Hello everyone, so today we're going to be addressing about boxes. I've had a lot of questions about this, so I just wanted to answer these questions and kind of put a general thing out about them because people keep asking me about it. Admittedly, it's driving me a little bit bonkers in the background because I sound like a broken record. Yeah, here's what I do about boxes. Starting with prize figure boxes. Now, I actually still have a figure in here, so that's why I have this box assembled. So prize figures, I unbox them, and then my first storage spot is admittedly back here. I squeeze the boxes between the shelves. Kind of a strange spot, but then I hit a certain point where I can't put more in, and then I put those in storage totes. Which are going to be like these guys. The totes, I generally keep all of my posable figures in, and I label those boxes. I keep all of my posable boxes, so Nendroids, Figmas, Figuarts, Brain Arts, Play Arts, any of that stuff. I have those boxes still. Like prize figures, I've hit a point that I have to let go of them. Pop-up parades, I think there's a few I might keep their boxes because I'm going to resell them. Not her. But pop-up parades, I have started to toss or sell their boxes and kind of hope to put that money towards the collection. Because, like, there's usually somebody that out there's like, oh, I want a new box or something. So I figured that would be a good way for me to get rid of my boxes, but then also, like, provide for somebody else in a way. And like kind of bring that money back in the circle, help pay bills and stuff. Any of the new Tenetol in between figures that are like scale prize, I have not been keeping those boxes because anybody I've gotten has been like ones I'm not reselling, so I don't really need the boxes at all. The Rem and Ram box set I'm on the fence about because it does have that bonus face part. I'm not sure about what I want to do with those. Scale figures, I keep every single one of my boxes. I don't flatten them. I actually keep them all assembled, which is a nightmare. So now that I've like gone over what I keep, how I organize this is a mess. My posable figures, I all put them into storage totes and label every single one of them, and I literally have like 8 boxes of like posable figures because their boxes are bulky. But these totes, I use the Sterilite company because they're really great for keeping water out and mice. And then these totes actually go out in my garage, well, my family's garage, which ideally I'd like to not have in there, but the environment is fairly level. It's better than a storage locker. And at times it doesn't get too bad, but I do check those like every little bit. I tend to have like extra silica gel packs from just any merchandise I unbox or get, so I tend to chuck those in there when I have them just to kind of help prevent. And I also kind of try to check up on the boxes if I can remember for 2 seconds. I don't usually though, so I should get better about that. But yeah, so those all go into the garage, which can have mice, which is why I mentioned about mice is great. It's an anti-mouse thing because they can't hang on to those and they can't chew through that plastic very easily. Scale figures, I have boxes all over the place. I even have some still in my bedroom. Next to my desk where my little drawer unit is with like some extra pens and stuff. There's actually a giant Miku box there. It's my 1/4 scale box. It's just chilling out there. I've got to my right over here, well, I've got collector editions on display, but like here's some model kits that I have not put together yet, and they just are on display and kind of like off to the side. So like they like look nice, but yeah, they're still like they're in here with me. I also, some of the prize pop Nendo or like card boxes I use as risers for my books in the back rows. Not these 2 shelves because they don't really have books, but I kind of mix stuff in as like risers to make a storage spot for it, kind of. It also kind of ties into my Dolphy boxes. I forgot to mention I do have every single one of those. Those are kind of a mess too. I've only got 3 of them up on that top, my Miku's like for display, and then the rest of them I've just kind of gotten filed away into my basement. So there's just kind of boxes all over the place in very strange spots because I've gotten very creative, and I'm just kind of like, oh, there's a little spot right there, a box goes there. There's another spot, box goes there. I am now going through some of my scale figures and stuff and trying to pick out ones that I'm definitely keeping and or not attached to the box and sell those, because I don't have space for all of that. So that one's a little bit challenging, but working on it slowly, which you can see some of that has been popping up lately. I think I've got pop-ups, maybe a scales up on eBay for its box, and then I think there's like an Ichiban Kuchi or 2. Those I kind of categorize as prize, and like either will throw certain boxes or just flatten them. I think there's a few I'm gonna throw, and there's some of those figures too that like the Canis Ichiban, my cat broke her so much that I have to glue her all together, but she's never gonna be able to go in the box, so like it doesn't make any sense to have the box if she can't fit in it anymore. But yeah, boxes are difficult. Not much you can do aside from just kind of shoving them in wherever you can find. I've seen some people, they have family members that have like empty closets and stuff, and they borrow those and store their boxes in there. I used to keep my boxes in my closet, but then I needed that active space, so I had to evict everything, which is kind of what started me getting a little bit more harsh about like my pop-ups and prize, because I had a lot of prize figures still assembled in there for their boxes, and I was just like, great, we're gutting the interior of this and I'm flattening you because you just take up too much space. And pop-ups, there's not really that much to their box because it's just that plastic, so I'd rather just get rid of those boxes or sell them than have to sit on them, because they also just get really bulky. I have a decent amount of pop-ups now too. They just kind of keep multiplying, and for boxes that don't have any pretty art, I don't really want them then. I don't have many, but any model kits, I do have their boxes. Most of them are actually still in their box because I just don't have a safe spot to put them on display, because like this one's resin, so I definitely don't want to put her out somewhere that she'll get broken. The others were all plastic, like the Gundams, and I've got a few on display in different spots, which I do keep those boxes because I'll like flatten them. I've actually saved some pins after looking at some Gundam groups and stuff that people have found nice ways to either cut or fold the box lids, because that's really the part that has the art. So I think I might start doing that, especially if I get like a lot more model kits, but I don't have a crazy ton, and really most of the stuff still has the figure inside, which I will put together at one point. I just don't have the time or space. I want to like glass case for any of those kinds of kits, because the one I have that's put together, one part also got broke because of a cat, so there's that, and she also likes to crumble like Legos. So thankfully she's a little bit more simplistic, so it's not too much of a problem, but just to avoid the whole problem, I'm waiting until I can get that display cabinet and put those kinds of things in there too. So that wasn't terribly long, but hopefully that's helpful with answering that question in a way. I unfortunately don't have like really any great resources other than you kind of have to struggle in your space and put them wherever you can. But yeah, thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye!